Welcome to the after show video of this first-time two-parter. This is part one of Franz von Zerneck's Head Full of Useless Information About Movies after show video with our wonderful guest, a great casting director, John Frank Levey, won 4 Emmys, and how many of what do they call them?
Artios.
Artios. Now I had never heard of Artios.
Yeah, it's the casting societies.
Yeah.
You know, we have a dinner and we congratulate each other, and it's great because we still don't have an Academy Award for casting, and it's something that we've been working on for a long time.
And that's kept getting headway, isn't it?
Well,
I keep reading.
Until it happens, it's something that hasn't happened yet.
Well, ER. You've done many things, but the things that immediately come to my mind. ER. You cast ER.
I did. I cast the pilot in 330 something episodes.
Was it 3? That went for how many years? 11, 12 years?
Was it 15, I think.
Oh my God!
I mean, the major part of my professional life.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
what a show!
It was fantastic, and it was great because it reinvented itself. Instead of having CSI New York and CSI Miami and CSI CSI Toledo and CSI Utah, we just kept having people come in and out and change it. So the cast changed 3 or 4 times.
Now that leads me to a question. Okay, well I want to quickly, and I want to get back to it. I went to ER. China Beach, which was a great show.
And it's just coming out on DVD through Time Life.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Yeah.
And you do Shameless now.
I am Shameless now.
And, which is, people love that show.
They either love it or they hate it.
Well, it's a good show, and what a cast.
It's about something, and it's frighteningly real, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's been such a delight. W.H. Macy, Bill Macy, is one of the most skillful and talented guys. I mean, he is. Did you see? By the way, the answer to your question.
What?
At the end of part 2 should have been The Sessions.
Oh, the one with John Hawke?
John Hawkes, Helen Hunt, and W.H. Macy.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
It is surprisingly
funny. I'm going to go see it.
It's funny.
I thought, I don't have to, come on.
No, it's John Hawkes is one of the best actors.
He's a great actor.
He's really
And that's why I wanted to see it, but I went and saw something else that was playing at the same time because, I'm going to go see it now.
I think you'll love it.
Yeah. And Southland is a great show. You cast that, and you did the pilot, and now
and then
the third
on to the series. Actually, this is the 5th season. Because we did a short season and a short season on NBC.
Excuse me.
And we've done 2 shortish seasons on. But again, this is our 5th season. I think we have done maybe 30 episodes.
Oof, what a show! But okay, I want to go back to ER just for a second. The thing about ER, and I think that I wanted to ask you this during the show because we didn't have time. I didn't. Talking about ER reinventing itself, you were talking about how you cast each actor, like you started with George Clooney, and then you got Anthony Edwards and Eric LaSalle and everything, and they all kind of fit in. They were very, very different types.
Yeah.
Qualities. And qualities, not types. I mean,
I hate types. It's just a word I don't like.
It was a word because I'm panicking. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right?
Yes.
Like Trainspotting had that. They had different, qualities. And then later, as people left the show, came on the show, did you keep that in mind? You must have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kept that in mind with replacing.
I mean, you can't. When you lose a guy like George. And what he did on the show.
Yeah.
You can't go like, I'm going to replace Clooney.
Well.
But on some level, that's what Goran Visnjic, that was the job he had. It's a hell of a job.
It's impossible.
Yeah, but he did. I think what was genius about it was that John Wells and company writers and directors helped Goran find his own voice. And bring his own stuff, and make the story uniquely about his his Croatianness, among other things.
Right. Yeah.
So it wasn't just trying to reproduce George, and but yeah, when we lost Sherry, when Juliana left, Maura Tierney and Laura Innes, who you asked about earlier.
Laura Tierney,
Laura Tierney's one of the best actresses.
Yes.
She's fabulous.
News Radio, she was great.
Great.
I loved that show.
Great.
She's fantastic.
She's a funny, smart, great gal. I love her.
That was that's why I'm such a big fan of your work. And the West Wing. It seems, maybe I'm making this up, but it seems like more of a responsibility to do the West Wing because it's the president and the chief of staff
when the West Wing started, the president was going to be a recurring character.
I didn't know that.
Martin was so fantastic and tested so well, Martin Sheen, that he became a regular. But it was originally about the staff, the West Wing.
Right.
But those actors, and I did that with Kevin Scott, who was my second chair in those days. He actually was very responsible for bringing Allison to my attention.
Oh, okay.
And John Spencer, the late John Spencer, one of the greatest actors. I mean, he had been with us previously on an NBC show that didn't last long. Forgotten the name of it. I have the T-shirt somewhere at home, and the tote bag.
Who are you talking? Let me find out.
It was a family thing with
Johnny Zero.
No, before that, Tate Donovan and.
Oh, Tate Donovan, really? I don't know.
I don't know.
What now? Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. You may not be able to answer it because I see like DVD extras and like commentaries when they say, "Oh, so and so," this part before we cast. I'm thinking like the extras before we cast Jason Miller, we were going to do so and so. But they never mention the actor's name.
Well, the two actresses that tested for China Beach, and I was the reader opposite both screen tests, which I've never seen again. My friend John Young says he has excerpts of it, but that I'm somehow, the reader is somehow not in it. I don't know. He used it to teach at Princeton.
What?
But they were Dana Delaney, who got the job.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about her. Helen Hunt.
You're kidding me?
Was the other gal who tested for Dana.
Oh,
for Dana's part, for
now,
Colleen.
Are there? I don't know what the rules are. Can you talk about any for other shows and other pictures?
Sure. I mean,
did,
on some level, it's really funny
like
because you think, who could anybody have been
Yeah.
Mark Green besides Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
There's nobody possible. But there was a guy who tested.
All right. Can you tell me who got close to other parts? And if you can't,
a guy named Chris Fields was who tested opposite Anthony.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nice, wonderful actor. Michael Beach tested and almost got the part that Eric LaSalle got. But
okay.
If you read, what's the...
I don't know.
Never mind.
Okay.
There's a book about must-see TV.
Oh, okay. All right.
Recently, but we were sitting there, and Don Ohlmeyer said, "You have 4/5 of the best cast on television. If you want Michael Beach, you can have him, but I'm not 100% certain." And we went on with the casting process, and actually Eric was cast several days into the shoot. We kept changing the schedule to move that part. And then Michael, of course, ended up playing Gloria Rubin's AIDS-inflicted husband who gave her the HIV virus.
Right.
So they both ended up having an important part in the series.
Right. What about, is this tasteless to ask?
No.
I like to know, but what about, like,
the fantastic actress CCH Pounder.
Oh, from The Shield, one of my favorite television shows besides...
She tested opposite Allison. And,
you're kidding?
No, and of course we took a lot of crap later because the White House was so filled with white people.
Yeah.
Unless Jews count, Richard Schiff was diversity.
Oh, what a casting job that was for Richard Schiff.
He was brilliant. And actually the person who read opposite Richard gave the best reading I've ever seen that didn't get the job. Eugene Levy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my God!
He was fabulous, but he wasn't Toby Ziegler, because Richard was Eeyore.
Yeah.
Into the max.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way. Yeah.
And but
Eugene
that
Lee?
audition was spectacular.
That's another version of the show.
Yeah,
I'd like to
it's
see.
a funnier.
It would be a different version of the show.
But CCH and Eugene.
Oh my God!
You know,
yeah.
there could have been a lot of sparks there too.
Yeah, yeah.
You never want them to go. Let's use the blonde. She's the only one who's possible. You
Yeah,
sort of,
yeah.
You want to say, wow, that would be. You want French food or you want Chinese food? Well, why don't we have fusion?
Can I ask you one more question?
Sure.
How much? We'll save it for part 2 of after show video because this is a 2-parter. And next week, for this week, click on the link above if you're on Facebook, and the link below if you're on YouTube to download the show for free and easy downloading. All right, we'll see you next week with Frans von Zerneck's head full of useless information about movies after show video.